Hello students, today we'll see the third part in Unit 3 of Civics. Chief Minister. In the scheme of parliamentary system of government provided by the Constitution, the Governor is the nominal executive authority and the Chief Minister is the real executive authority. In other words, the Governor is the head of the state while the Chief Minister is the head of the government. So according to the parliamentary system which is provided by our constitution, governor is just a nominal executive. So chief minister is the real executive. The appointment of the chief minister. The chief minister is appointed by the governor of the state. The term of the chief minister is not fixed. He may remain as the chief minister as long as he enjoys the support of the majority of the members of the Legislative Assembly. He has to resign when he loses confidence of the majority in the Assembly. It is understood that normally he completes 5 years term like other members in the Legislative Assembly. So Chief Minister is appointed by the Governor. So his term of office is not fixed. As long as if he got the support from the members of Legislative Assembly, he can continue his post. So it is understood that normally he completes 5 years term like other members. Powers and functions of the Chief Minister. So this is the first detail. First heading is we are going to see the powers and functions of Chief Minister relating to the Council of Ministers. The first point is the Chief Minister recommends the persons who can be appointed as ministers by Governor. He allocates the portfolios among the ministers. He shuffles and reshuffles his ministry. He presides over the meetings of the Council of Ministers and influences its decisions. He guides, directs, controls and coordinates the activities of all the ministers. So the Council of Ministers is appointed by the Governor. So Chief Minister can recommend the person who can be appointed as minister. And also he allocates the departments for the ministers. Portfolios is nothing but departments. He shuffles and reshuffles his ministry. So he can change his ministry. He presides over the meetings. So he is the leader. He is the head of all the meetings. And he will take the decisions. He guides, directs, controls and he coordinates the activities of all his ministries. Relating to the Governor. He advises the Governor in relation to the appointment of the following official people. So first one is Advocate General of the State, State Election Commissioner, Chairman and members of the State Public Service Commission, Chairman and members of the State Planning Commission. So he will give advice to the Governor in the following appointments. So Governor will appoint all these members. CM will give advice to Governor in these appointments, that is for Advocate General, State Election Commissioner, Chairman and members of Public Service Commission, Chairman and members of the State Planning Commission, Chairman and members of the State Finance Commission. Relating to State Legislature, the Chief Minister advises the Governor with regard to the summoning and proroguing the sessions of the State Legislature. He announces the government policies on the floor of the House. He can introduce the bills in the Legislative Assembly. He can recommend for the dissolution of the Legislative Assembly to the Governor anytime. So the CM advises the Governor with regard to the summoning means starting and proroguing means postponing. The sessions means meeting. So CM can advise the Governor with the starting and postponing of the meetings of the state legislature. He announces the government policies on floor of the house means both the houses, that is on upper house and lower house. He can introduce the bills in the Legislative Assembly. He can recommend the Governor to dissolve the Legislative Assembly. Dissolution means dissolve. Council of Ministers. The Council of Ministers are collectively responsible to the state legislature. All the members of the Council of Ministers must be the members of the state legislature. Those who are not the members at the time of their appointment, they must secure their seats in the legislature within a period of 6 months. If a no confidence motion is passed by the Legislative Assembly, the State Ministry shall resign. Article 163 provides for a Council of Ministers to aid and advise the Governor. According to Article 163(1), there shall be a Council of Ministers with the Chief Minister at the head to aid and advise the Governor in the exercise on his functions, except insofar as he is by or under this Constitution required to exercise his function or any of them in his discretion. So, ministers are responsible to the state legislature. So, all the ministers, all the members of Council of Ministers must be a members of state legislature because they are responsible to state legislature. If they are not the members at the time of their appointment, within 6 months they must secure their seats with the members of state legislature. If a no confidence motion is passed, what do you mean by no confidence motion? No confidence motion means they cannot hold a position or they cannot be responsible to that position. If a no confidence motion is passed by the Legislative Assembly, the state ministry, the ministry shall resign. So, according to the Article 163, the Council of Ministers can give advice to the Governor. According to Article 163(1), the Council of Ministers is headed by Chief Minister. They can give advice in relation to the functions of Governor. Other provisions relating to ministers. Article 164(1) holds that the Chief Minister shall be appointed by the Governor. Article 164(1)(a) states that the total number of ministers, including the Chief Minister in the Council of Ministers in a state, shall not exceed 15% of the total number of members of the Legislative Assembly. We know that Chief Minister is appointed by the Governor according to the Article 164(1). Now we will see about the Article 164(1)(a). So, the Council of Ministers, including Chief Minister. So, he is also one member of Council of Ministers. So, the total number of ministers shall not exceed 15% of the total number of members in the Legislative Assembly. The functions and powers of the Council of Ministers. It formulates and decides the policies of the state and implements them effectively. It designs the legislative programs of the Legislative Assembly and sponsors all important bills. It controls the financial policy and decides the tax structure for the public welfare of the state. It makes the important appointments of the head of departments. It discusses and takes efforts on the dispute with other states. It frames the proposal for incurring expenditure out of state reserves. It decides all the bills, whether ordinary bill or money bill, to be introduced in the Legislative Assembly. Each minister of the Council of Ministers supervises, controls and coordinates the department concerned. Annual budget statement, called as the budget, is finalized by the Council of Ministers. So, the ministers, they designs and implements the policies of a state. They decide the legislative programs and they sponsor all important bills. They decide the financial policies and also the tax structure. They make the important appointments of the head of departments. They discuss and they take efforts on the problems with other states. Disputes means problems. They try to solve the problems. They take effort to solve the problems with other states. So they frame the proposal for the expenditure out of state reserves. They decide all the bills, whether it is ordinary bill or a money bill. So bill want to be introduced in the Legislative Assembly, right? So it will be decided by the Council of Ministers whether it is a ordinary bill or a money bill. So each minister of the Council of Ministers, so they will supervise, they will control, they will coordinate the department which is given to them, which is given to an individual minister. And also annual financial budget is finalized by the Council of Ministers.